Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So this weekend it was a bit grey and messy, and I went out with my good friend Alex, who you can see there in a rather snazzy coat with pink lights all over it for some reason. It's very easy when you fly an FPV to fly fast, and let's face it, that's why we all do it. We do it because we enjoy the feeling of speed, we enjoy the feeling of travelling over the landscape, seeing things from a different angle. But what I've learned is, and this is the next thing I'm starting to focus on, is whilst it's great to go fast, whilst it's great to travel at speed, you actually can take the next step when you start to slow it down a little bit. When you start not to do things as fast, when you take the time to become precise. This is how you learn how to use the controller properly. It's taking the time to slow down, fly just above the grass, very carefully. It takes a bit of practice, it takes a bit of patience, but you can do it, even if you are not very good at landings. It takes a while. Whilst you're practicing, you will crash. But the crashes, because you're low to the ground, aren't really that difficult. And this is just an indication of, after you've been practicing for a while, you can fly it as accurately as you can with a camera drone. So you can go up close to objects. I can watch Alex landing his Mini Pro and not hit him and not zoom by. I can actually take the time just to go slowly above the grass and capture the detail. Of course, occasionally it's a bit like balancing a stick on your hand. You know, you can start to overcorrect, and that's where you start to make errors. But practice makes perfect. And the more you do it, as I said, you can see by these shots, this is all shot in manual, but you can actually do some very nice moves that you can't actually do with a normal camera drone, but you can still get that nice slow appearance. And then eventually you get a bit of confidence and you can start venturing into the woods. This was the first time I'd ever been under a tree canopy, and to say I was nervous was a bit of an understatement. And yeah, you've got to, when you do this, what I find is good is to pick your punch out spot. Because my signal strength was going down, I decided to punch out. And then you can start doing panning shots. And this is where you really earn your money, because you've not only got to try and balance it, but you're now trying to get the drone to do something that you want to do. So this is a full manual panning shot, just to remind everybody. So it's these little skills that make you confident enough eventually to fly over water, because if you get it wrong over water, as we all know, then you're making a claim on your insurance. But I had such a good time flying slow that I decided I was going to go underneath the trees and over a lake. Double jeopardy. But it came out, and if you look at these images, they're absolutely, I'm very happy with them. Now, you know, they're a bit washed out because it was very grey and very cloudy. You know, this is not a cinematic video. This is just a video to say, take your time, slow down,